What's up YouTube, Barcode here. Today I'm bringing you another Dungeon Hunter Champions video. This video is actually going to be a game giveaway sponsored by Gem+Tutorpuff, 500 gems and 1 tutor puff. This was given from Gem+Tutorpuff on the Friday night stream of the 8 Lewis from Claytano's stream. We were just talking about random things, the update, things that we'd like to implement, and we were just having fun. So please like, comment, subscribe to this channel to get a chance to give up 500 gems and 1 tutor puff. So let's get on to the video. This video is going to be about a new episode that I'm going to be broadcasting over the time. With update 3 coming up and the 5 vs 5 changes, I am kind of going to be focusing mainly on 5 vs 5 because that's really what this game jumped out at me, was the 5 vs 5 plus the gacha. So this is what I'm going to be going with and pretty much focusing on 5 vs 5. So this video is going to be about the DHC fanboy first character given into the game, and that is going to be Rogrim. Okay, so here's Rogrim. Okay, he is the first character that's default is given to you by Gem+Tutorpuff. He's a 5 vs 5 character and a fire fighter. Okay, and not like putting out fires. He's just fire element and he's a fighter. Okay, so this character, he is actually very strong. And the update, there's no changes to him, so I think he's still going to be very strong. Let's just talk about his skill base for a second. His auto attacks, when he is empowered, which is every 5th attack, he can leap to his target and healing him for the damage that's done. So when this is good for chasing victims, if you can manipulate how many attacks are given and someone's running away from you, it works out really well. So it's a great thing to have, plus some small sustain. It's just great to have. Energy Bolt. So this is a ranged attack that deals damage and stuns an enemies. That's why I like calling Rogrim. He's more of like a poke character, and then a situational type. When you really want to nuke someone down, that's when you use your last 2 skills. But Energy Bolt is going to be your main bread and butter for Rogrim, because this is what is poking the character, the enemy, stunning them at the same time. It's more of a skill-based shot. You have to aim it on anything but a phone. When it's on phone, you have like pretty much auto skill, so it automatically targets them. But on PC or anything like that, emulator, you have to you have to aim with the skill. So it's more of a skill-based shot for some players, not for others. Definitely your bread and butter skill. Epic Leap raises his own defense, which again makes him pretty self-sustainable and stronger to take some hits, and it leaps to the enemy, knocking them back. This actually does some pretty heavy damage and is definitely a great chase. And when the enemy's running away, this is also used well if you are low on health and running away. You can leap out, you can leap over walls, whatever you need to do to get away. It's just an escape and an engagement. Now the last skill is Mighty Cleave. So this ignores 15% of the enemy defense, which is huge, and it does a ton of damage, knocking them back as well. This is really situational. It has a 36-second cooldown, so you definitely want to use it when you can either pretty much just get that kill, make sure that is confirmed, or if you're jumping in with the leap and then throwing out a Mighty Cleave and then ending it off with an Energy Bolt to stun them so they can't get away, or leaping in, stunning, and then doing the cleave. But then again, when you do the cleave, it knocks them back. So I always prefer doing the leap and the cleave and then finishing off with the Energy Bolt or some auto attacks, just depending on the situation. Now this is something that's important, you shouldn't forget it. I started with Rogrim doing these videos just because he's the first one that everyone gets, and he's actually really strong still. But make sure to, if you're planning on maining a character for 5 vs 5, make sure to go ahead and 5-star or 6-star them. When you level up the star level, the max stats actually go up. So it's definitely important that you do that, the base stats and the max stats. Once you level them up, they just get stronger and stronger with the star level. Another thing to remember is gear does not matter in 5 vs 5 if you don't already know that, which most of you should. Skill ups also do not matter in 5 vs 5, so if you're just planning on using them, if you want to use them for PvE aspect of the game, go right ahead. Then that's when you want to gear him up and skill him up. And Rogrim's pretty easy to skill, it's just regular 3-star bounty hunters. But for 5 vs 5 you don't need to do that. The only thing that matters is that star level, okay? So let's see some footage of the 5 vs 5 gameplay of Rogrim, and I'll kind of explain certain situations and what he's good at. Alright, so here's some 5 vs 5 play. So like I said, Rogrim is a very strong character. He's usually games that give out their very first character aren't very strong. PvE wise, yes, I could agree to that. He could be a farmer PvE wise, whatever, but there's plenty of other better farmers in the game. So he's not really necessarily a good PvE farmer. He's just a good starter character to get until you summon something better, okay? So Rogrim, I usually start off just killing off something in the jungle just for that extra XP in the beginning, and then I go support my team. So as you can see, the stun is huge, its range is long, it's a straight direct shot. So skill wise, now this is a bot, so I'm pretty stupid anyway, but as you can see, every stun is important. And he just barely got away. If the range shot is on a low cooldown, same with the leap. So if that was up just one more second, he would have been dead. But pretty strong early game still. Jungle clear wise, pretty slow in the beginning, but here you go. Here's a bot coming in at level 1. Not a smart move, especially when Rogrim reaps, he gets a defense buff. So here's another situation. Siege tower coming in. You see how I missed the range shot. Very, very hard to hit. It's not hard to hit, but it can be hard to hit. So again, as you see, the leap does a ton of damage there. Once you initiate on Rogrim, you really need to be able to confirm that kill, because if he survives, it's gonna be dangerous. So here you can see Rogrim's being chased, and just from that low health, I mean, he can turn it around very quickly just with that stun, that range stun. You can literally just poke and prod non-stop just by throwing the bolt, you know, stay back out of range, throw the bolt again. If the enemy doesn't have any sustain, it could be an issue for them. So once you start hitting level 5, level 6, the jungle clear is a lot faster, and you always want to clear that jungle. So Rogrim can easily dive into the tower and get some kills off with just 2 skills, and be able to get out of the tower with no help. So here's 1 vs 2 here. I'm already low health, but with that sustain and that damage from the ignored defense and the leap, the stuns, everything together, you can take on 1 vs 2 pretty easily. Now one of them was a bot, but you still can. So here we go, just a quick, you know, this is a 3-level gap, but as you can see, he's such a great chase character. He has the leap, he has the stun if he gets out of the way, and they got lucky because I got stunned by Derby Girl. But yeah, the ultimate skill is a little short range cooldown, so you definitely want to make sure that it hits. As you can see, I didn't hit that there, but as you can see, that range on that fireball is just huge. It's great to have. Now a lot of people don't take advantage of these bushes on the side. It actually makes you stealth. So just think about that when you're trying to gank somebody. Here's Rogrim again in a different game, low health, facing another ranged character, which is Snake Lady. Now, just because of this poke and prod, you can get in there pretty quickly, especially if you have your auto attacks lined up to be able to next attack to dash at the target. So it's definitely manipulation in the game, but it's definitely strong to have. So here, 2-level difference. The enemy came in on a 2-level difference. That's kind of Derby Girl's fault, but whenever somebody dashes in on you, you should definitely at least try to get that defense buff if you don't have it up already, because it's strong, especially in 5 vs 5. There's not many characters that have armor break in 5 vs 5, so here you go with the stun and the leap. The leap actually does more damage than the stun, and it's pretty huge. So this is a 3-level difference, but you can get in, get the stuns, do the poke, you know, just from out of range tower. As long as you know how to skill shot and hit that, everything is good. So there's the leap, again, more damage, poke and a prod. The enemy doesn't have sustain besides the health regen behind the tower. So there, another stun. Now Water Boon Sister tries to come in and do some stuff, but that's not going to happen because I'm just going to ignore defense and destroy them both. That ignore defense skill, it's on a 36-second cooldown, so you definitely want to use it situationally. Don't want to just spam it every time it's up. Again, Rogrim is also good on engaging the enemy when helping out a teammate. The teammate was low, was in some trouble. Rogrim jumps in, does what he does, 3 skills, and the enemy's dead. And that was a huge level difference. But so here we go. We have Snake Lady and Tiki. Now this is another great chase moment, and this is why Rogrim is also good as well. It's hard to run away from Rogrim unless you have a dash or a teleport of your own, or a leap or whatever. I mean, I literally just chased her across half the map and was able to confirm the kill. So this is a, you know, when Rogrim gets strong and outlevels the opponents, it then becomes a huge advantage for your team, and that's pretty much with every adventurer too. But with him, just because of his sustain and defense, self-defense buff, and the amount of stuns and damage that he can put out, the support with the stuns so other teammates can get the kills, it's just, he's a very strong character. So this is my first video of this series, so thanks for tuning in. Again, make sure to like this video, comment, and subscribe to my channel to be able to get the giveaway, 500 gems and 1 tutor puff. I will be doing the giveaway in about 2 days, 48 hours, to give you enough time to watch the video and get that in. Make sure to hit the bell for more notifications on giveaways, and I will check you in the next video. Peace.